I work with Dr. Andrew Ray at Kentucky State University, and today we are doing shrimp dissection, Litopenaeus vannamei, Pacific white shrimp, and we are removing the hepatopancreas for enzyme analysis. And so we have randomly selected shrimp from a tank, and we killed them in an ice bath. So this is our shrimp that we're working on. And you can start with the carapace, which is loose around the sides. And you can just get your finger underneath that and gently pull it forward. And it pulls the carapace along with the rostrum off. We no longer need that. So for right now, we're going to hold it by the abdomen. And so this is the stomach here and the hepatopancreas below it. And so there is a muscle tissue here we need to remove. And so we're going to just get underneath that muscle tissue and cut alongside the hepatopancreas towards the eye on both sides. And then we'll take our forceps and we'll grab a hold of that tissue and gradually peel it back to reveal the hepatopancreas. And you can hold that with your finger there. And then we'll snip this lower tube, which releases the hepatopancreas. You can fold it forward. And then it's also attached towards the front end. And you could probably peel this out depending on the shrimp and how they're attached. Some of them are a little bit, I mean, they're attached the same way, but some come off a little easier than others. And so there's the tube from the stomach. So you'll just snip that. And then the hepatopancreas should be in your hand. And so now we have, I think that is part of the intestine. We want that out of there. And so you see that it's a little bit heart-shaped. And so in our microcentrifuge tube, we'll put the narrow end in first. And then we'll use our forceps to kind of get an air pocket to allow it to fall down into the tube. So these are 1.5 ml microcentrifuge tubes, and would really be beneficial to use 2 ml. Then you probably wouldn't have to do that. Snap it shut, and then we'll flash freeze it in liquid nitrogen. Once it's frozen, we'll store it at -80 degrees C until we take the hepatopancreas out and do the enzyme analysis. I'll show you a bird's eye view of this dissection. Same steps as before. This carapace is loose all the way around. You can see that flap. You get your thumb underneath it and you can just gradually pull it towards the head and pull it off, and you have the carapace with the rostrum there. You can set that down. So this is the stomach here on the shrimp, and the hepatopancreas is below it here. So we're going to take our scissors. We want to remove this layer of muscle tissue here. And so we can get in here on either side of the hepatopancreas and cut towards the eye. And the same on the other side here. We have a slippery shrimp. Okay. So now we're going to take our forceps and we're going to grab a flap of that muscle tissue. So you can see I'm grabbing a pretty good section of that, and then we'll gradually peel it back towards the head. Exposes the hepatopancreas. You can use your index finger to kind of hold that, and I snipped a little bit of that when I was removing the muscle tissue. And we'll cut on the base here to release it from the intestine. The hepatopancreas can fold backwards at that point, and then you'll just work your way under it to release it from the connection to the stomach. And there's the final cut there. So now we have the hepatopancreas, and we want to put this more narrow end into the tube first. This is a pretty big one here. And then we'll take our forceps like we did before and just create an air pocket to help it lower down into the tube. Snap our tube shut. And there you go, one hepatopancreas.